Okay, hi, this is Shubhadeep Sen, and today in this lessons, I'm going to discuss the various kinds of pricing methods that are generally used by the companies to set their prices. So what is price basically? Now, price is the one kind of indications of the values received by the buyers and as well as what kind of values are going to be offered by the sellers as well. Now, whenever we are paying money to the sellers, it's generally cost to us. But vis-a-vis on the other side, we must see price is the only element in the marketing mix which can generate earning for the companies. Okay, so if you set your prices very high, people are not going to buy your product, and if you are setting your prices too low, so you are missing uh, the opportunity for making some profits. Okay, so how the price can be determined. So there are a couple of methods are there, so let me show you. Just I want you to focus on your left of the screen. So first is this is which is the cost based pricing. Other can be the demand based pricing. Third is competition based pricing. Four is a channel based pricing. Five, number five is product mix based pricing, and finally six, which is very important, which is the value based pricing. So let me take you through this one by one. Okay, now this is a cost based pricing, which is a very simpler method. So you just add certain percentage on your cost to decide your selling prices. That's very simple, right? So just look at this example here. So for example, a retailer buys a bottle of wine at $400, right? And adds $100 extra as a profit. So which is called markup on the cross price. Okay, now what will be the selling price? Yes, that's right. So 400 plus 100 is equal to $500 would be its selling price. So that's very easy, right? Now this markup, this profit percentage can be calculated with respect to the cost prices and as well as with respect to the sales prices. So what would be the markup as a percentage of the cost? So that's very simple. Markup is 100 and the cost is 400. So 100 by 400 is 25%. Whereas what would be the markup with respect to the sales price? So 100 and here the sales price is 500, so we got a 20% markup. Okay, so this is very simple. So here is your cost and then you are adding something extra, let's say X percentage, and you decide your final selling prices. But what is the problem with these methods? The problem is that you are just only focusing on your cost. You are not even bothered to include the external factors. For example, really, is there a demand of your product at these prices, or what is being done by the competitor? Are they charging at the same price? They are charging high or the low? You are not considering those factors, right? Okay, now let's look at on demand based pricing, right? So in this demand based pricing, you are very uh, aware and very conscious about the demand. Let's say there is a high demand of your products and services in the market. So obviously you can charge a little bit of the higher side. Now, if the demand of your products and services are not that great, so what you can do, you can just reduce the prices to some extent so that you can boost your sales. The good examples can be the festive season discounts, sometime stock clearing discounts. You can find that the sales are not good, so clear the stocks. The sometimes shopkeepers give you some discounts. Okay, now here is something called the break even point. So break even point means it can be either quantity type or it can be on the price type. So the quantity, after selling you got no profit no loss, so that is the break even point. Same about the price. You know how much quantity you are going to sell, and at a particular price if you sell that, you will incur no profit no loss. Okay, so that is the functions of the break even point. Now what is the essence of this break even point or break even prices? You will get to know what could be the minimum price you should charge, because you know that if you go below break even points you are incurring loss. Okay, so that is the most important thing. And one of the problem with this method is that demand estimation should be accurate. Now it's a very daunting task. You need to gather lots of information to get the accurate estimations of the demand. Look at in this graph, this is, see what happened, this red line is your cost and this green line is your revenue. Now see, your cost is greater than revenue, so what happened here? You incurred loss, right? Okay, let's see some other methods. Competition based pricing. Okay, so generally you are setting the price based on your competitors' prices. For example, your competitors are charging, let's say, X rupees X or dollar X. Now you can charge little bit of higher than this. So X plus delta can be your prices, or you can charge X minus delta, or maybe around X kind of. So you are not going very much away with the computer prices. Okay. But if you are participating in tendering processes, auction processes, so generally it is seen that companies with the lower bids are getting selected. But every time that may not be the case. Sometimes people want to have goods value for money. So that's why sometimes companies look at overall aspect of the bidding. Now, let's say you want to buy computers. Now, you may not go with the lower bidding companies because you want that after this bidding, after buying the computer, you should get a proper after sale services. So that's why you may go with the companies which can provide you better after sale services but can charge you a little bit of extra. Okay, now a problem with this technique is that you may not know what is going to be the next move of your competitor, right? So that is the reason you may not take always the right decisions. So that is the only problem here. Okay, this is the channel based pricings. Now wholesaler retailers are your channel partners, and they are always expected to be rewarded, because they are doing a lots of work for you. They keep the stock for you, they promote your product, so that's why they need to be rewarded monetarily. Now you can set a price in such a way so that uh, they can earn some money by dealing with you. For example, couple of ways you can set your price here. Okay, so first is a trade discount. So you charge them X% on nominal prices. Okay, which can be the wholesaler discounts or the retailer discounts. So this discounts is their margin. Okay, for lifting a higher volume, you can provide them some prices which is lower than the normal price. So as a result, you are giving them the volume discounts. Okay, sometime you charge them lower because they pay you cash rather than using the credit. So that's why you can set your price such a way so that it includes the cash discount as well. Sometime you can create a different way of prices only for the promotional purposes, right? Okay, other way of the geographical prices, so this can be of the two types. One is that FOB. Here uh, seller is only responsible for dispatching this material. Other things like cargo insurance, all this needs to be borne by the buyer itself. Now other thing is the CIF. So cargo insurance and the freights are included in the prices. Now here sellers are really responsible to dispatch the material in good conditions to the buyer. Okay, so these are the various ways you can decide your prices as well. Okay. Other thing is that product mix based pricing. Now in this product mix based pricing, what happen, you can take two or three products and services together, create a package, and give a suitable prices to your customers. For example, you only sell uh, airline tickets. Okay, now you club the hotel accommodations with that. Sometimes we see that in five-star hotel, if we take the buffet lunch and the breakfast together with the hotel tariff, so it's a little bit of cheaper. Otherwise, if we take uh, all the services, let's say lunch and dinner individually, then it will be charged fully. So in that case, the buyers will be charged little higher than the package prices. Okay. Now, this is the value-based pricing, and there's couple of elements are there. For example, TEV means total economic value, the highest possible value customer can receive by having these products and services. PV is perceived value. So that means the value perceived by the customer for having these products and services. Now, COGS is the cost of production which is incurred by the company. Now, what happened? You can see that if the marketing effectiveness is increased, the perceived value definitely increased. Now, what happened if your perceived value is greater than the prices? Then the consumer will be incentivized to buy this product, and if not, then they will feel it's not worth of these prices, so let's not buy it. And vis-a-vis, if your prices are greater than the cost of goods sold, in that case sellers will be very very interested to the sale. So you can see this is the value thermometer, which we can see if we are changes one of these activities, let's say economic value, product price, perceived value, COGS, and marketing effectiveness, the thermometer will change. And here the incentive of buyers and the sellers are mentioned. So thank you. Hope you have enjoyed these lessons. Once again, thank you. All the best. Bye.